What's up, baby boo? I'm back. How you going? Yeah, good, thanks. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can get this gorgeous full face dark bronzy vamp look. Great for winter. Look at these dark berry lips. I'm going to be using the BOSSBABE palette today by Motives Cosmetics. Yes. So that's my eye look and that's my lip look. If you want to see how to get this beautiful vampy dark winter berry lip look, then baby girl, stay tuned. Okay, and welcome to your smoky berry eye look. First thing that we're going to go into is Motives Eye Base. Okay, so let's make sure that we've got that all over the lid. You can use a brush or your fingers, whichever suits you. And this is going to lay down a nice base so that our shadow will stick to it and last longer. It will also hide all of the discoloration that we have on our lids. Okay, and this is something that I do every single time I do my makeup. Okay, so you can see right there. Look at that. It's a great universal color. Also, the consistency of this is really nice. It's fine. It's thin. It's not too thick. Okay. Now, what you want to do is you want to go under your eye as well, because we're going to be putting a bit of eyeshadow underneath there. And just on this side. And the good thing with using your fingers is it's the same body heat as the rest of your face. So it just blends into the skin really nicely when you use your fingers. All right. And you can be really gentle around the eye area. So go ahead, set up your base, and let's move on to the next step. Today we are going to be using the BOSSBABE Motives palette. Okay, look at these gorgeous colors. This is one of my favorites. All right, so first color that we're going to be going in with is Control. So you want to put this all over the lid as just a base color. All right, and it's a gorgeous white, or actually it's almost like a bone color. It's universal, and it's going to allow us to blend in all those other colors really nicely. Just make sure you go right underneath the brow to set the base and set the other eye, and let's move on to the next step. Next step is to go in with this color right here as a transition color, and this one is called Prophet. So what we want to do is place it above the crease, okay, but below the brow. Okay, so we don't want to take it all the way up to the brow. We don't want to take it all the way down into the crease. We just want to put it above the crease and above the mobile lid, just like so. So just lightly build up the layers, build up the colors, okay, because this is literally just a transition shade. And effectively what we're doing is we're creating a gradient from underneath the brow bone, okay, going from light to dark, just above that crease, like so. Now with that same color, what we want to do is we want to lay down the base for underneath as well. All right, so take that same color and just lay it right up under your waterline, just like so. It's very subtle, but this is what's going to give us that nice gradient. Okay, so now look at that eye compared to that. Very subtle, honey, very subtle. Next step is to go in with this color right here. So it's that beautiful berry shade. And the reason we're using this one is because this color here on the eye is actually going to pick up the color when we add that nice dark berry vampy color to our lips. Okay, so we're going to use Daring just to go more into the crease. Okay, so get a smaller brush, and then just in circular motions, you want everything to be blended, but you just want to get this color happening into the crease. Very subtle. So you don't want to go too fast. You always want to make sure that you build up your color in layers. Okay, so you can hardly even see that, but it is coming. It's coming, honey. Put it into the crease. All right, and make sure everything is soft and blend it out. Okay, so same as before. Pick up that color and we're going to bring it underneath, okay, with a thinner brush, because you want to create a little bit more definition now, okay? This is not just a background color. This is going to become the primary color. So you want to do it all the way in to the tear duct. All right, and bring it up so that it meets the top of the eye. Okay, swoop it towards the brow, just like so. All right, next step is to go in and fill our mobile lid. So we're going to be using this color right here. Look at this gorgeous one, and this is called Superior. So you can either use a brush, you'll have to use a synthetic brush because it's a metallic shade. And look at that, it's a gorgeous, deep, dark, bronzy gold color. So pick it up with your finger or a brush and just put it straight onto the mobile lid, all the way into the tear duct. Okay, just like so. Oh, look at that. How gorgeous is that color? All right, next step is to go in with this brown color here. So it's a nice cool tone brown. And what we're going to do is we're just going to put it on the outer third of the eye just to warm it up and to give us that nice cat eye look. So you're just going to place it in the outer third, okay? Just like this. So it can get a nice V shape. Just like so. And then you're going to swoop it up towards the brow, okay? So just do it like that. And then the same thing underneath, just on the bottom outer third. Okay, swoop it up and make sure that these two in this V, they meet up in the end. All right, done. Next step is to go in and line your waterline. I'm using the Motives Black Gel Liner, okay? And you're just gonna go in and line right inside here. And this is a great liner because it's jet black. It doesn't move. And I like it to be jet black, especially for a look like this. I'm making my eyes intense, so you want it to be intense, darling. Okay, so your eyes should look something like this. What we're gonna do now is go up and clean up under here. So grab a wet wipe. This is a makeup wipe. Okay, and you're just going to go ahead and swipe up. Now, see how we reach this part? Don't go too high. You've got to go towards the angle of your brow. Just like so, all right? And then clean up the other side. Next step is to go ahead and add your mascara. I'm using Motives Cosmetics, of course. So what you want to do is add your mascara to the top of your lashes and then also to the bottoms. Now what I really love about this mascara is that it's not too chunky and thick and cluggy. It's soft, blendable, but it gives me beautiful lashes. Like, you can't really see them because I have tiny lashes, but the consistency of this formula is amazing. All right, so the next step is I'm actually going to go ahead and apply false lashes off camera. Yes, I am. And if you're saying, well, why do you always apply lashes? Because, honey, darling, I don't have a lot of lashes, so I love doing this step. Now, if you have long, thick lashes naturally, then skip this step. But I'm going to go ahead and apply P. Louise lashes. These are my favorite lashes. They're in Dare. They just give me that nice, thick, wispy look. So I'm going to go ahead, off camera, apply it, and get back to you. Ta-da! Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Do you see the difference, darling? I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so now I'm going to give you a little squiz, a little close-up, a little intense look of this finished eye look before I apply the rest of my face. Just make sure that you have all of those colors nicely blended out, okay? Moving on. Okay, welcome to your full face tutorial for this Vampy winter look. First thing that we always do is to prepare the face, okay? Prepare our base. Going in with Lumiere de Vie, which is our skincare range. This is our hand and body cream. I'm going to be applying it to my face because it's beautiful. It's going to give me a nice hydrating base. Moisturize my face. And to be honest with you, I'm really not having a good skin week. Like, I've had massive breakout, if you can see that. Oh, that's disgusting. But anyway, we have to live through these ugly days. You know, when you have those momentary ugly days, just move through it and pretend that it doesn't exist. Yes. Next step is to go in with our primer. So this is the Motives Cosmetics primer. You only need a little bit. Oh, geez, that just popped out, didn't it? Okay, so I'm going to apply it. Now, I like to apply it mostly to my nose because that's where a lot of my pores are. They are through here. There's a lot of crevices. Now, primer is there to fill in all of those little pores and crevices and cracks so that when your makeup, your foundation lies on top of it, it fills up all those little crevices and it gives you a more airbrush look, okay? A more flat surface for the makeup and the foundation to lay upon. All right, it also makes your makeup last longer. So go ahead, apply your primer, and then we are ready to start. Now today I'm going to be using the Motives Cosmetics Supreme Cream Foundation. Okay, ooh. So what I like about all of this Motives Cosmetics formulas is that they're very, very highly concentrated, so you only need a little bit. Okay, I've just realized this is probably one shade a bit light for me, but that doesn't matter. We'll continue because I'll find a way to blend it in. Okay, so just put this all over your face and then you can blend it in with a brush, or you can blend it in with a damp sponge. So I'm going to go ahead, blend that in like so. Next step is to go in with your highlight. So I'm using this palette right here, which is the Motive Sculpt series, and I'm going to mix these two colors here. So this one is very yellow based and this one is very pink, and I'm probably just in between. So go ahead and apply underneath the eye. And then you can go down the bridge of the nose. Okay, just like this. It's very, very subtle. You can put a little bit up here. See how that's it? I don't like to add a lot because I just like it to blend in really nicely. I don't want to use too much. And then you can just use it just here as well. It's just picking up that color. Okay, so go ahead, blend it into the other side as well. Just like that. And then we'll move on with the next step of contouring. Next step is to contour. So I'm going to use these two colors right here. Just take a little bit of each. Okay. I'm going to mix it on the back of my hand. Okay, now this is really highly concentrated. So what I might do is actually mix it with a little bit of foundation. Okay, so what I've done is just added a little bit of my illuminating foundation there, and I'm going to add a little bit more of these two. Now, the reason that I'm doing this is because the consistency when you're applying contour has to be right. If it's too concentrated and creamy, it's very difficult to blend. So that's why I like to mix it, okay? Like so. So it's a beautiful color, but the consistency, see how I'm, okay? It's just a little bit more blendable, and that's what I like. So, all right, now with contouring. So to reduce the forehead, because I do have a rather large forehead, we're going to just reduce it by here. Okay, so when we apply a darker color, it actually shrinks it. We're going to create some nice cheekbones right from the top of the ear, just down to the center of the cheeks. We're also going to create a nice little narrow nose for me. down the sides of the nose and this side. We're also going to go underneath the lips, because when you have that there, it creates a nice shadow to make your lips appear larger. And we're going to shave off a little bit of my chin, because my chin is rather pointy. Do the same on the other side, and then we shall blend out. It's time to blend, darling. So just blend this all out. Make sure that you blend it in nicely right into the hairline. Okay, just like so. And all I'm doing really is just pushing the product in, pasting it down. Okay, just like, see how it's just blending nicely in to the forehead and into the hairline. Just going to do the same thing, blend it into the foreline. Okay, and all this is just a nice thick brush. Now I've lost the handle of it, but it's a great brush for blending. Now with this, I like to make sure that I'm tapping quite intensely and blending upward. Okay, not dragging the product down. So suck in your cheeks and look for that hollow, because that's where it has to go. See? All right, keep doing that. And then we're going to move down to the jawline. Okay, and now same thing on the chin. Just blend that in. And then we'll do the same to the other side. And your nose, and you're done. Okay, so see how we finished that step and there's actually dimension to my face? Because when I had the foundation, it was just very flat face. But now with the difference of light and shadow, you can actually see dimension to my face. Well, at least I can. Okay, now, next step is to go in with your foundation. So I'm using this one here, and it's called Neutral Photo Finish Pressed Powder by Motives. And you're just going to lightly set your face. All right, not too much. And I don't like to do this. I just like to set everything in place very gently. You can see how light-handed I am. Okay, not too much, because you want your skin to look like skin. Now I'm going to go straight over my lips like this. Okay, because I want my lips to be matte, ready for when I apply my lipstick. Same thing on the other side. Just go ahead, set your entire face, and get ready for the next step. Next, I'm going in with my bronzing powder, and I'm using this one here, and it's called Hampton Socialite. So I love it. Like, look back here. It's just gorgeous. Not too warm, not too cool. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go over those areas that we did our contouring before. So again, I'm not really circling. I'm literally just dabbing onto the areas that I created my cream contour. Okay, so just going here, down the jawline, just off the tip of my chin. Same thing on the other side. Just dab, dab, dab. Create a little bit more intensity of color, powder, and coming up to meet it. So basically a 3. All right, and the same thing with my nose. So here's a little trick. I just kind of make that really thin and just very lightly go down the side of my nose. Done. Next step is I'm going to just set and bake very, very lightly underneath my eyes. So I'm using this palette here. It's called Shape and Sculpt Duo. So I'm just going to get a little bit of this powder right here, and I'm going to set it just underneath my eye. Okay. Now I'm going to go up towards the bridge of my nose. So can you just see that? It's very, very subtle. I'm going to do this, go underneath my eyeline. Okay, now I've gone all the way up to here. So can you see the difference between this side and that side? Okay, got a slight bake happening on the side of my nose to make it a little bit more narrow. So I'm going to bake that and then watch the difference. Now, while that's baking, I'm going to add my blush. This is one of my favorites and it's called Naughty. It's a very, very soft peach blush. It's just gorgeous. I don't know if it's really picking up that color, but we're going to go ahead and add this to the apples of our cheeks. Okay, so let's go ahead now and get rid of that bake. Just very softly swipe the excess powder away. So for my highlighter today, I'm going to be using this beautiful gold shimmer and it's in color Goddess. Okay, so sorry about the noise, but my kids have just gotten home. We're on Corona lockdown. So yes, there will be a little bit of background noise. I do apologize in advance. So I'm just going to add it just to the top of my cheeks. Okay, and I like to build this up slowly because I hate the highlighter look to look overboard. Okay, I just like it a very, very, very soft touch of highlight. Can you just see that? It's very, very subtle. Okay, and I'm also going to add just a little bit to the tip of my nose. Just like so. Soft, darling. Okay, now for my lips today, I'm going to be doing a very dark berry vampy look. So I'm using this lip liner and it's called Red Currant. And I'm using this matte lipstick and it's called Kinky Matte. Let me just give you a little... Now that's intense, isn't it? So let's get started on our lip liner. Okay, and what I really like about these Motives lip liners is that they're nice, soft and creamy, and so they're really easy to control. You don't want to have anything that's too dry, otherwise it's so difficult to get it on your lips. Okay, so I also love lip liners because you can reshape. You can literally reshape your lips. So I've just overdrawn slightly on the top of my lips to increase that plump look. So once you're here, let's move on to the lipstick. Okay, now time for the lipstick. So I'm using this one here. It's called Kinky and it's a beautiful matte color and it's, you can tell this is vampy, darling. If this is not vampy, then I don't know what is. All right, so I'm only gonna touch my lips very, very slightly. Okay, not overdo it. Woo! That's intense. Wow. All right, and that is the end of my lips. That is the end of this tutorial. Wow, that is very, very, very intense. And I just realized that I actually forgot to put in my contact lenses, but you know what? I think my brown eyes actually suits this look. It's kind of dark, intense, and vampy. So let's have a close-up of this look.
And that brings us to the end of this gorgeous full face vampy look tutorial. I hope you enjoyed watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and if you need any help, then sound off in the comments below. Just remember, all of my products are available from my website. You can hit the links and get them right now. Until next time, baby girl, stay tuned.